Hey, sup, y'all? Um, if you haven't noticed, most stocks in the morning are biotechs or therapeutic stocks, and or some sort of something of a combination of biotech and science, because that's the game. This is 30 years now. It's basically every morning there's a biotech company that comes out with some news of a promising drug, and it's usually a small cap stock with not that many shares. Some catch fire and they stay hot all day, like BDTX yesterday. That was insane. Um, and then you get ones that just become pump and dumps right out of the open. Just the pre-market is all the hype, and then the reality is there's a seller out there and he just dumps the stock on you. You never know which one's going to be pumped and then dumped, but when they get dumped and they come back, that's when you got to buy them. When the pump when the dump becomes a pump again, the shorts are on the wrong side, and then you get a second move or sometimes a third move like BDTX. So this morning we got the Knive, NERV, and we've been trading KLR. No idea. I'm assuming Calera sounds like a drug. Who knows what it is? Minerva Neurosciences. Gotta love it. And a couple of days from now, you'll never hear from these things. But what I like doing is watching for at least a day or so. So BDTX, look at what BDTX has done already this morning. Usually they stay active for a couple of days. You had a really nice pump and dump on BDTX this morning already. I mean, if you were up real early, I wasn't up. But when you come in and you see what's already happened, you could join in. If you got up at 7 o'clock in the morning, you see it was already at 750, broke VWAP at 682, and got rejected 5 times, and then it starts to roll over. So short 650, not a bad trade. KLR, that was a little disappointing. I figured you'd get 750 by now. Bought a little bit here, 680, sold some at 7. I figured we'd be at 750 by now. So again, I don't give these things too much room because I usually get blown out. But something about the 300, 600 lot, when I trade 600 shares, I make money. When I trade 3,000 shares, I lose money. So I'm going to stick with, if I'm going to trade these crazy biotechs in the beginning of the day, I'm going to stick with the 600, sell it in 200 share increments, 300 share increments, and be done. But market's doing, again, a lot of what it should be doing, consolidating a massive gain. And if you notice, now we're 12 days or 13 days into the bull market. We really haven't gone anywhere. I'm just, again, it doesn't, that commentary is getting old already. Who cares if we're in a bull market or bear market, right? Doesn't matter if you trade NERV and KLR or BDTX. Those stocks don't care if we're in a bull market or bear market. But if you haven't heard the announcement, I'm completely free of stock. I don't have any intentions of coming back. Good luck if you own any of those names. I still think Rambus is going to go to 250 in the next 5 years. I still think, again, most of those stocks will work out. But I'd rather buy bankrupt car companies at $1.10 and sell them for $1.50 all day than own stocks. And look where that stock is now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's RIDE. RIDE. They finally announced the bankruptcy, right? We all knew it was coming. Most of these stocks are going to zero. None of them are the Chinese Tesla. None of these companies are going to compete with anybody. Rivian, EVgo, HYZN, Lucid, FFIE, Ride, ChargePoint, Blink, Neo, XPEV, Candy, LI, Workhouse, Nikola, FSR. It's all the same crap, right? It's all the same crap. One of those might survive. Maybe they'll merge. Maybe who cares at this point? The 2-year-old, 3-year-old story was that all of those companies were going to rival Tesla, and they were all going to be the new Tesla, most of them of China. So, and when we do read my book, there's a chapter about the of stocks. Nothing ever is of anything else. So when you hear it's the Amazon of something, it's not. Amazon's the Amazon of whatever. There's no Amazon of Africa. There was no Jumama wasn't the African Amazon. Uh, you know, if you want to say Baidu was the Chinese version of I don't know, the gaming. I don't know what the hell. Whatever. You had the Chinese Tesla, Chinese. You had the Chinese Netflix, which was IQ, that went to zero. Chinese banker, blah blah blah. Something another stock that went to zero. So, and also, if you were hearing the conversation, I was whittling down my watch list. I have stocks on my watch list I don't even remember trading, but I look back at the charts. I cannot tell you how many $50, $100 stocks are sitting here at 20 cents. You know, so it's amazing. And again, what I find, and this is 30 years later, I can't pick five stocks to save my life to stay strong for an entire year, but the market seems to go up all the time, right? I can't build a portfolio to outperform the Qs. Neither can anybody else. That's why when index funds started to arise and the Qs were born, I figured the mutual fund industry would be done by now. I mean, why do you need to pay a manager to buy you the Qs? That's all they're doing. They're all buying the QQQ. There's actually an article written about it, how, fund managers are and they're selling Tesla and just buying the Qs because it's almost the same thing, and you're getting instant diversification. But the only takeaway from this morning so far, I was hoping the market would gap up so we could sell into it. It's already rolled over. So, again, on my expectations are always very low. And then you have a very, very, very surprising day like yesterday. Yesterday was um, sick, just unbelievable, great. It was everything you wanted, everything you needed, everything you were taught, everything you thought, everything worked. It was one of those days. It was awesome. But how do you blow up? How do you ruin days? Like, how do you ruin everything? These biotech stocks. Look what this one just did while we're sitting here. NERV hits the nine, pulls back, breaks the nine, gets 20 cents, and then drops $1.50. Chances are you're going to lose on moves like that. I just sold out of the KLR. I'm not letting it go below what I paid for it. No way. That's it. That's my threshold. If I buy it and it starts to work, great. I immediately start selling it. And as soon as it goes near my entry price, I'm done. I don't care. No hesitation. 680, I'm out. So now we go back to stalking mode. I was hoping to see the Qs at 365 this morning so I could slam them down to 360, 250. That was one of my plans. We're kind of glued to this area. So I figured we'd retrace. We're already here. We'll see what we do at the open. But BDTX, it's still hanging in there around $6. So, and it's got 5 million shares trading. So, and it has options, I believe, that one. Let me make sure. One of these that we would trade. Yeah, BDTX has options. So that's a little bit less pumpy dumpy. We'll see. Again, I'm keeping an eye on that one. As long as it's active, it's worth watching. So again, just want to let you know, 0 stocks. The only thing I got left are a couple of short strangles on the Qs because I'm already getting hammered on those. I'm just trying to wait it out. And I'm done. So I sold basically everything yesterday. I took my beating on the Rivian. I sold that last of the Carvana. ENVX sold into that pop yesterday. Bullfrog are out. I have nothing. And it's fantastic. So now my son's got a cash account, no positions to distract him, nothing going on in there. So we're going to do 2 things. I'm going to launch a $5,000 option account for him and then a day trading account. Obviously, we're going to cheat a little bit by starting with 50 grand. Not everybody could start with 50 grand in an account. I get it. And that's why day trading, if you're going to do it seriously, you need to have 30 grand in an account, so you don't have to worry about pattern day trader rules or stops or, you know, um, the lack of liquidity, and you get a better platform. All right. I'll see you in about an hour or so. Hope you guys are enjoying your pre market session. It's a nice double bottom right now on 580 on BDTX. Look at that. It held the 580 once, twice. Little faux show, bro. Hmm. This actually might be better than I thought. All right. Well, it's leaving without me, so it's all right. I'm going to wait to see if it comes back down. Peace, my friends. I'll see you in about an hour or so.